Hello, everyone. Welcome to my daily meeting with you. Setup. Okay. Everyone can hear me okay? Just confirm, please, so we can start our discussion. Yeah, I have a very good, amazing colleague in the office, and he helped me now organized. Actually, many good, amazing colleagues helped me organize this, and this is our office right now, the office of the restructuring. It's a new setup that we're building right now. Thank you, Peter. We're preparing for the live session tomorrow with the board members. The sound is okay? Good. So today, Wojtek, are you connected? Because I saw that Wojtek was connecting. Yes, let's wait for everybody to connect. Good. So first of all, very important, we need to discuss today about the setup for tomorrow. We have a long Q&A session with the board members. We have at least 2 hours of discussions prepared. We have Alexandru and Aurel joining us tomorrow here in the office at the reconstruction plant. The purpose discussion would be to clarify all the pending topics, and of course we have started the chat thread in Substack where you should be able to send us questions beforehand, and we'll hope to bring clarity to most of the issues that were raised by our followers, and not only our followers, including our so-called haters. By the way, I had a very funny argument today with Jesper, Jesper Hope from Finance. I was asking him when they did their audit, the investigation in Shape Robotics, did he get to check the most important piece of evidence, which was the bankruptcy of the company called Parallels? And he, of course, didn't answer. Then I said, okay, then there are only two possibilities. Either you are a very poor journalist, or it was just a setup, a ruse to a compromat mission, if you're familiar with the term, just to compromise me, and that's it, only me. So it was, of course, I don't expect that position number one to be the truth, so that I don't expect that Jesper is a poor journalist. No, I saw a lot of his articles. He's just a poor character. That's the problem. Now coming back to our discussion today, after the presentation of the upcoming meeting for tomorrow with the board members, I want us to continue into the mysteries of Sanaco. And for that purpose, today we will share some of the discussions that we had with the trustee of Sanaco company. And of course, always this information will be made public in the shortest time. Today, I cannot share the laptop. I'm using an alien product today. I just made this setup for testing mostly also for tomorrow. Therefore, allow me to speak more, and after I get back home, I will load also the content so that everybody can check as we already shown in full transparent way, the situation. So I will not try to say the name of the trustee, the Sanaco trustee. He's a Finnish guy, esteemed lawyer, I believe. Pertti Virtila, I think is the way you pronounce the name, so I apologize if I'm not doing it correctly. I'm speaking Finnish. Although, as a trivia, I was born in a part of the country where our mother language was either German or Hungarian, because I come from a part where a city called Lugoj, a city that was very close to the border with Hungary and was part of Austrian-Hungarian Empire. And it sounds, some of the words are similar to Hungarian, but yeah, still you cannot understand. They're very close, those two languages, Finno-Ugric languages. So ending the trivia, it seems that there are two possibilities here, at least as we see it right now. Either Pertti was appointed by Tace, it's someone from their network, and their role was to just close the company. Or the second version is that Tace was completely behaving he's done through with the other subsidiaries with interest, and then the Finvera and the local banks that we obtained credit a couple of months ago for them to support the business, the Bechtle contract that was shown yesterday. Full disclosure that we did. In and asked for bankruptcy due to the bankruptcy of Shape Denmark. We don't know exactly that, but we're trying to figure out things on the fly because we don't have a dialogue or a confirmation. As I are in both sides of the story. For the Finnish trustee, we're not the friendliest at this moment because they don't understand exactly how Shape became bankrupt, and it's a little bit of a mystery for them. So I will treat it with decency at this level without showing anything necessary off the record here or saying anything about them that would be considered correct. Our goal is to just look at the facts as they are and try to conclude. We don't have enough time right now to understand all the problems and all the happenings everywhere in all the subsidiaries, so we're just taking it one step at a time. So in conclusion, there were discussions about these criminal charges, in my opinion, and our legal team led by Alexandru Ambrosie's opinion that we will meet tomorrow. The problem is that there was no communication, or was a certain kind of communication between Thais and the trustee from Finland. So what we know for sure and we make available is that the trustee is asking about 4.1 million euros that were transferred from Sanaco OI to Shape Robotics Denmark in the period that preceded the bankruptcy, so in the last 3 to 6 months, which is true, though that money was transferred in as we were preparing to build up stock, and also we paid that, including the payment that was done through to Danske. One of the payments that was done through Danske was done also with support from that money, because the company Shape Robotics had a cash pool agreement, which of course we will make public also. Not in this episode, because we'll just keep it as it comes. You have to understand that some of the proof that you are seeing is a little bit late coming into the play, as we're also sending this information to authorities first, and we want to make sure that certain information doesn't fall into a category that might be considered non-disclosable, because we don't want to be financed to fall in such traps. Okay, so what I'm saying is that there is a cash pool agreement, so I can guarantee everybody here that no management of Shape could be involved in any sort of so-called criminal cases in Finland, because of the money was paid towards Shape Robotics or to employees or to local, let's say, or local payments done from the Finnish account. So we are not in the situation to have money extracted from Sanaco and paid anywhere else than Shape Robotics Denmark. So if the question is criminal activities or the situation that involves criminal activities in Shape Robotics subsidiaries or fraud or whatever the invention might be on the table, I'm calmingly telling you, looking into your eyes, there is not a dime that is not accounted for. Everything has been paid correctly. Everything has been transferred based on the cash pool. And yes, I believe that the trustee is having questions, the one from Finland. How come if we paid 4 million euros to Shape Robotics in the last 6 months, Shape Robotics is bankrupt? Same question I have also. So hopefully we'll try to unravel these mysteries as they come into play. Okay, this is the basic envelope of the discovery that we'll play, because this is more like a discovery kind of. We are playing this out like it will happen most likely in a lawsuit coming soon. So part of this discovery is this crucial element where you will see that the money has been transferred from Sanaco Y towards Shape Robotics. So it's in Shape Robotics coffers, that cash, or it was used by Shape Robotics. Now, so for what? It's not really a mystery, because the mystery is how these assets became zero. And of course, they can become zero if you don't care about the business and you care about only a flash sale for Danske. And very important, one important element that we have discovered also today, Danske Bank is not a secured creditor. So Danske Bank sits on Article 97 in the claims list that we received, the Geldborg that we received from, what's the name? Kroman Reumert, I forgot. Of course, this is always live, so you can understand that I'm not having any time to prepare this thing. So I'm just talking with you as I talk to everybody that I meet in an office or somewhere else. Therefore, I can tell you that right now we strongly believe that there is a very weird scenario of collusion, or let's call it criminal intent between some parties that wanted this bankruptcy to go forward. The bankruptcy was never a bankruptcy. This is already clear for everybody. So let's go to the questions, please. Marcel, thank you again for joining. If it was an intra-group, why is there a discussion? Yeah, it is a discussion, Marcel, because the intra-group payment can be an intra-group payment, but imagine the trustee in Finland, if he doesn't receive any documents from TASE, because bankruptcy occurred during the same period of time, if he doesn't receive documents, he will not know what that payment is, so he can book it accountably as cash pooling, intra-group cash pooling. Asking why is shipping bankruptcy after a 4 million payment from Sanaco is what about it? As you tell, it seems just fine. Yeah, Shape Robotics was not bankrupt. The problem is that we were never served. Everybody has to understand something. If we were served correctly, we would have participated into the bankruptcy court and we would have won. Not any mystery in that direction. So yeah, Shape Robotics is not bankrupt, or never was bankrupt at that moment. Now it's a different story, because right now everything that we have prepared seemed to be cancelled out by these bankruptcy rulings. Go. Go with questions. I know it's going to be a little bit slow because people are in holiday, preparing for Easter. I have also Easter now, but in Romania I need to know that Easter is Orthodox, so it's 1 week from now. So tell me, what can I answer now based on this. I think it's rather straightforward. So what about tomorrow? Are those gents going to join? Yeah, the gents will come here in this office, and we'll do it in a very cozy environment like this one, live, without any sort of preparation. Just ask questions, and they should answer. So whoever has questions, go to the thread and ask them there. Mr. Netzin is Mr. Metzin, the question. Mr. Metzin is the previous chairman. Mr. Metzin is not the previous chairman. He was appointed interim chairman when he remained the only one of the board. Did you have a talk with Mr. Bailiff? No, no talk. He's in vacation. It's he will return on Monday. Our colleague called him. If so, yes, you can address questions. Yes, Marcel. Jürgen, yes, yes. No questions about the Mr. Bailiff. If you don't have questions, let's ask them tomorrow. I think that it was very important for me to share those two aspects, the two findings yesterday when I explained thoroughly how the contract with Bechle should have happened or could happen still without any promises. Now I just wanted to make sure what is the relationship currently with the trustee in Finland, and the trustee it's what we call institutional. So we work through documents we don't discuss necessarily in an open forum, as it seems to be a lot of mistrust. No questions from me. Just want to appreciate your setup once again. You can become a YouTuber now. Yes, thank you very much. I know a very good YouTuber that helped me make the setup. Yes, and I appreciate his help. But that's not our plan. I want to offer something differently for our investors. If we manage to uh, pull through to the final step after the EGM and to restart a Shape in a new phase, basically restart Shape. Uh, and I think that that would be a new way to govern also companies. I don't really believe that the current corporate governance in which people are completely between, that they do not talk without bias. So the discussion between the management and the shareholders should be quite direct. Yeah, the microphones will work much better because we'll have a full podcast setup, but I will have to disconnect and start installing it. As you can imagine, we're not going to be crew, and most of it is done with these two hands. So it will improve. It will improve. But thank you again for joining, and let's hear each other tomorrow. It will be very, very, very nice. Looking forward. Those two gentlemen are extremely important people for me and for the business environment in Romania for the last 20 years, with even more in the situation of Aurel, and it would be an honor to sit with them and discuss with you. So I wish you a good afternoon, good evening, and let's hear each other tomorrow.